Hey, how you doing? So today I thought it'd be really good to talk about something that I don't think a lot of people pay attention to when it comes to making videos, and that's your background. Or if they do pay attention to it, they completely mess it up. More on that later on. But this is my background. This is everything that's behind me. You're in my edit suite at the moment. And what I thought would be really good is if I showed you why I have everything where it is, why everything that you see behind you is carefully considered, how I add my lighting in, and also if you're used to watching my videos, you're in for a big shock because actually what you see on camera is pretty deceiving. So let's pick my camera up and give you a little bit of a tour of my edit suite. So this is my edit suite, and straight away it's going to look an awful lot smaller than perhaps you might have had in your head because of the way I light it, which I'll come on to in a second. It's also got loads of stuff in it too. So I'm going to go over everything that I've got in this room, why I've got it where it is and how it works. So let's deal with lighting first. And as you can see, I've got a skylight in the ceiling. Now, unless I cover that up, I'm going to get lots of really unflattering light come down onto my face from above, so I normally cover it up, and I haven't got a blind yet. I'm waiting for a new skylight to be fitted. So I've got an old twister mat pinned up against the window there, so that shuts that light off. And then I use something called 3-point lighting, which I've explained in a separate blog, but that's my key light, that's my fill light, and I'll come on to the third light in a second. There's Adobe Audition, which I use to record all my audio in. And there's my sexy microphone, which you often see on camera, and that's where my camera normally lives. And if we go to the back of the room, you'll see that I've got a third light in place, which is very important because that's shining against the back wall with a slight blue tint on it, because then that gives the whole room depth, makes the whole room look a lot bigger than it actually is. And that's how the lighting works. Oh, and then finally, I've got my back wall painted in my brand colors using a blue light against that back wall, so it sort of fits in with my brand colors. I've got some album sleeves on the wall because I make music videos, and often people comment on those album sleeves, and I change them around sometimes too. What else we got? Oh, there's an animal up there. I love a bit of the Muppets. And then down here, underneath the desk, that's Arthur. That's a kitten, by the way. He's only 7 months old, and he can be a pain in the neck, so I normally kick him out, but he's in here for today because it's nice and cool in here. And there we are. That's my edit suite. So now you're probably looking at this in a very different way, aren't you? Because I've shown you that everything that's on screen with me is here for a reason, and I've blown the magic because I've shown you the rest of the room. And now you know that my edit suite is a lot smaller than it looks on camera because of the way I've lit it. That light behind me gives the whole room depth and makes it look a lot bigger than it is. And also, it's a lot tidier today than it normally would be, but that doesn't matter because the only bit that you can see is this bit. The rest of the room could be in chaos, and it normally is. As long as this bit looks nice and tidy and pretty much the same every time, then that's fine. But you don't have to go to the extreme of setting up a purpose-built space for your video, although if you're doing a lot of video it makes sense to do that because then you don't have to faff around setting everything up every time. But what I tend to do, because I don't normally have the light set up in here like this, what I normally do is just batch film, do a load of filming today, over the course of today, maybe tomorrow, and then put my lights away, and then it becomes a proper edit suite again, and I can do all my editing and all the other things that I do on a day-to-day basis. So here's the deal with backgrounds. Think about what's behind you. Try and set everything behind you with a little bit of a purpose. Maybe add some color in there which emphasizes your brand a little bit. But also don't go overboard. You don't want the thing to look like it's been completely set up. I mean, I don't have a bunch of cameras behind me, for instance, because that would look stupid, wouldn't it? I want it to look like a normal space, but at the same time demonstrate a little bit about who I am and what I do. So your background needs to be interesting, but not distracting. Don't forget, you're the most important thing on camera. Background just needs to support you. You're the starring role, and everything behind you are the co-stars and the bit actors. That's how it works. Oh, one other thing I want to mention, which I did flag up at the beginning of this video, was something that you really should not do. I'm not going to demonstrate this because it just makes me feel sick looking at it, but false backgrounds, green screen with a pretend background, making you look like you're on the beach in Hawaii or something. Just don't do that. Because the technology isn't there, especially on Zoom, the technology is not there to get it right. So as soon as you move, bits of you disappear. So straight away, it looks like you're hiding something. And people want to see you in your natural environment, don't they? When people see you on camera or on Zoom or whatever it might be, they want to sort of a little peek into your world. They want to be nosy and see what's behind you. Go on, be nosy, have a look around. Well, you've seen it now, haven't you? I've blown the magic. So I hope that's helped, made you think about your background and how important it is and how powerful it can be to have the same space set up for all of your videos so people get used to seeing you in that room. And don't forget to follow and subscribe. And oh, by the way, there's a whole blog about this on my website. In fact, you might be on the website right now. In that case, there's a whole blog around me. But if you're looking at it on somewhere else like Facebook, that's it. If you're looking at it on Facebook or you're looking at it on YouTube, then there's a link coming up. There's a link around there somewhere so you can see it, so you can go to the blog. Anyway, I'm out of here. Have a great day. Bye.